What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to another recap of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, which aired on Sunday, January 27th on Bravo. The show starts off with where it ended at last week with Nene and Tanya going at it. And then Tanya starts crying, and Nene, she's like, I don't have time for this. I have enough problems of my own. So she gets up and walks out. So everybody's leaving the restaurant now, and they looking for Nene. She's nowhere to be found. Cynthia's calling her. She's sending her straight to voicemail. So the tour guide lady, she brought the McDonald's, and the look on Candy's face, she was so excited like a little kid. I mean, she was tearing that food up like she hadn't ate in days. I mean, I know she's not used to the food there, but I'm just saying how shady the cameraman could be by always putting a camera on Candy when she is eating, because everybody know how much Candy loves food. So, the tour guide told them that she saw Nene and she wasn't in the best of moods and she was getting in a cab. So we assume she went back to the hotel. And so, Eva was just explaining to everybody like what the plans were going to be for the night and how they was getting ready to turn up. Shamaya asked Eva, is there a certain dress code? And Eva was like, yeah, just dress sexy casual. And then they asked her about shoes, and she said, yeah, anything as long as it's not sneaker wedges. And the look on Marlo's face was like she knew she was kind of throwing it at her because of the type of shoes that Marlo wears sometimes, which is sneaker wedges. So they started going at it. I mean, Marlo, she turned around. Eva, she stood up and swung them long braids around on one side of her shoulder. And they was going at it about clothes, how much I done paid for my clothes. I know about style, but it started because Marlo said, you should be the last one talking about shoes with them. I think she said flats that you always wearing or something. I don't know. So Eva was like, girl, my flip-flops cost $1,200. And everybody was like, you paid $1,200 for flip-flops? Even Candy was like, girl, now you can go too far. Now, like, I like nice things, but I ain't paying that much for it. So, and she probably just saying they mess on camera. But I'm the type of person like this. It's not all about a name to me, and it's not all about what everybody else is doing or what's trending. With me, I buy what I like. I buy things that got a hefty price on them as much as I would something that I see in Walmart that looks good. And so it's all about buying what you like. Like, why does it always have to be about the name brand of stuff? Like, it has to be like a high price branded clothes or shoes or material. Like, it's not that serious to me, but that's just my opinion. But I noticed that thing about Marlo. She always brings up the price and the designer and all that. And who cares? I know I don't. So Eva told her, girl, do not take me there. She was pretty much trying to play Eva and talking about like she don't have a style or she don't know nothing about high price clothing, because if it wasn't for her modeling, she wouldn't have the clothes she have. Or she told about some store that she shop at. I'm like, so what? Why do you care? It don't matter. And I just got kind of burnt out on it. I really did. She even threw a jab at that girl about her buying her clothes from Target. You shop from Target, so what? God, like, grow up. They too old. Well, Marlo is too old for that. But I'm going to get on Nene later. And so, let me see what else happened. Oh, Marlo also told Eva she needs to respect her elders. And Eva was like, I'm married with 2 children. She going to throw up the fact that she got 2 kids by 2 different men. With her, it just don't stop. I'm like, what difference does it make that she's married though? And as long as her husband love her 2 children, love the child that's not, his biological child, that's all that matters. Like, she constantly trying to just hurt that girl by bringing up stuff like that. But Eva, she broke her down like a box. So they finally made it back to the hotel. They knocked at Nene's room door. And, they just constantly running behind Nene. And that's what she want them to do. It's just the same old, same old. But I wouldn't have been running behind her because it was her that really started all that by, convincing Tanya that she should look at like things differently when it comes up to her relationship. That's her. That's on her. If that's how she want to look at her relationship, her man as a life partner. If she don't ever want to marry him, what is it to Nene? Like, it really shouldn't matter. And she just be getting angry when you don't like go along with what she say or be agreeing with her all the time. She just get mad and don't want to talk no more. Like, who does that? Grow up. And so, what else happened? Because I'm going to just kind of skim through real quick and talk about, like, the good scenes, the real good scenes in the show tonight. So, Shemaya, she's FaceTiming her baby boys because they were crying. And you could tell they just miss mommy and want to hear her voice. I don't know if that was Ron or that could have been Shemaya's dad rocking the baby to sleep. And then she started singing like a pretty little lullaby to the baby, and they just stopped crying. You could tell they just wanted to hear her voice. And Shemaya, like, she has this beautiful voice. I like the way she sounds when she's not high pitching or sounding like she's like screaming. But I like the way she sings. And she sound good the way that she was singing tonight on the show to her babies. So, Nene is getting her hair flat ironed. Well, it wasn't getting flat ironed. She was using a flat ironing, but it was getting curled. And I have that same exact flat iron, same color and all. So Cynthia and Marlo came over, and Marlo was they was just talking about what had happened on the bus and stuff after Nene had left them. She was telling her how her and Eva got into it and stuff like that. And then and then Eva went to go talk to Tanya. I don't know if she was in Tanya's room or wherever they were, but they were talking. And they were talking about everything that happened. And it's like Eva was trying to get Tanya to understand where Nene coming from. And I'm like, why do everybody feel like they gotta cater to Nene's thoughts? Like, Nene she only agree with people who, I don't know, who agree with her thought process. Other than that, she don't know how to learn something new from people. It always have to be, well, I don't think it should be like that. So, and then she don't want to talk to you no more. Like, just very immature. She really need to grow up and love to throw up how much she a woman, but you don't act like a woman. You act like a child sometimes. And I see why Greg act like that with her sometimes. Now, I don't know what's been happening with them recently and stuff like that, with her saying that he just been, just being grouchy. He just been in his moods and stuff. I try to understand that because the man is dealing with cancer and stuff. But other than that, it's like she'll make a person act away with her. And I'm just so burnt out on all of this already. So I'm just going to skim straight on through. So after that, what else? Marlo is telling Nene, because I got designer clothes. I mean, even my toothbrush is designer. And I'm like, Lord, she mentions, because that girl, she shops at Target. And I'm like, who cares where she shops? So everybody is getting back on the bus. And everybody getting on the bus. And what else? And then Nene, she comes getting on the bus. And I'm noticing her hair pulled back, unless this was like a different day or whatever. I don't know how they filmed that part. Like, she got her hair curled so pretty just to pull it all the way back in a ponytail. So anyway, Tanya notices that Nene is like giving her the silent treatment, as if she wasn't even there. And if I was Tanya, I wouldn't even worry about it. If she don't have nothing to say to you, don't even worry about talking to her. It's sad that it have to be like that, but you just gotta sometimes don't like tune all that out, because sometimes people just do whatever to try to get a reaction out of you. And she know that Tanya's like the sweet person, and she don't want it to be like that in between them. So she know what she doing. She just trying to get a reaction out of her. She figured Tanya gonna break the ice and talk first or whatever. So now they walking in like one of the most popular places in Tokyo, and they make their way to a restaurant. Eva suggests that they do karaoke, and then they start singing Understanding by Escape. Candy even got in when it was her part of the song, and Shemaya, she sung, and she sounded good, of course, because the other ladies don't. Candy even made a comment that she was glad that they picked understanding. Like, that was the perfect pick. And that hopefully it would change their energy in the group, because everybody was like having fun, singing and everything. So the next day, Eva, she's sending a voice text out about her mom is going to be taking her grandfather off the breathing machine soon. And Eva, she's just so broken down by this, but I love how everybody came together and just comfort her in that moment and showed her support and everything, even Marlo. And so Nene made it then, gave her hugs and kisses and stuff like that, and told her, I'm really trying to be here. She mentioned that she's trying to be there for Eva, but she's really going through it right now with Greg. So later on that day, the tour lady was waiting patiently as everybody aboarded the bus. Everybody came on time except Nene. Nene walking out all late with her head up in the air, and she got left. Like, they straight rolled out on her. So they was like, you can't leave Nene, and they calling her. So she answered and said, don't worry about it. Like, I really ain't want to go nowhere. And I'm like, well, good. So moving right along. So she goes back to the room and called Greg or whatever. He wasn't answering. She was talking about she just fed up with his foolishness and how she gonna block him, which I'm pretty sure she didn't. It's like, put that aside for a minute and, just try to be there for Eva. Like, she's about to lose her grandfather. He's on his deathbed. Like, try to be there for somebody else. I mean, and deal with Greg, like, right now the best way you can, but get rid of that attitude. It don't always have to be like that. Golly. It's like, if you don't go along with her opinion of things, she just gonna tune you out and she just don't want to talk to you at all. And I don't want to be around nobody. Like, she just makes the whole group sour. So they're at a geisha music performance, and the lady gotta keep telling them to be quiet and all this kind of stuff. See, it wouldn't be hard for me to fit into places like this in Tokyo, because I'm already the quiet type. And I like to really observe and learn things and learn the culture. So it wouldn't be hard for me to really pay attention. But these women here, they just can't stop yapping. So Nene is back in her room. She getting dressed and stuff like that. And she called Greg. Like I say, he's still going to the voicemail. The producer walked in. I ain't really understand that part. But, yeah. So she was like, I'm just going to block him. She didn't block him, no. So now the ladies are playing this different little game and just enjoying themselves. So they get back on the bus. And, let's see, Marlo wig almost came off. That was a moment to laugh and stuff like that. So they still calling and checking on Nene and just babysitting her. They're out to dinner again. Candy's complaining about the food and stuff like that, talking about she should be done lost weight because of the way she haven't been eating. And I'm like, girl, well, do the best you can with what you have. Because clearly you are not in Kansas right now, Dorothy. So Nene told Portia that she woke Greg up. She woke up and Greg still hadn't called her and stuff like that. And whatever. So after they had left the restaurant, Tanya asked Nene, can she talk to her for a minute? And Nene was just acting like she really didn't want to talk to her. So Tanya was saying that, I'm sorry that that's the thing. She was looking for that reaction. She wanted you to run back to her. And that's what narcissists do. They like to give you like this silent treatment. They like to just cut you off for the moment because they know you got this kind heart and you don't want things to be like that between y'all. You don't want no static. You always want it to be peaceful. You always want to be able to, have that peace between you and anybody. But knowing that Tanya know that it's not like that with Nene. So she going to Nene first, like everybody got a baby her. So she went to her and trying to talk to her, and she was, because I really don't care what's going on with you. I'm like, and she don't know how to talk to nobody. Like, it's a better way to express yourself without saying, because I don't care. And she was like, because she know what I was trying to say. I mean, you went to college. This was she's telling the cameras. And I'm like, but she shouldn't have to figure out what you're trying to say. I mean, you're trying to play her on an intelligent level, but you should be intelligent enough to express yourself where people could fully understand you. So anyway, that was pretty much it. And they went on in for the night. So that concludes my recap for the night, you guys. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. and leave a comment down